Well, guys, we are here with the beautiful Kristen and Samantha from House of Flame and Revelry. Welcome, ladies. We are so happy to have you.
Thank you
for having us.
We're super excited to be here.
We are so
We are
excited.
so stoked to have you guys here. Oh my gosh, this has been such a long time coming, and I'm so happy we're doing this.
Thank you. We can't wait for the ball. I can't wait to meet you guys like in person
I know,
at the ball. All of us dressed up. That's going to be
So
so
soon.
fun. Yeah.
So soon. Always so soon.
Oh my god, I know. Always so soon. It's going to be the best. I know you guys are feeling the stress, but it is going to be the best time. It's going to be the best. So yeah.
Oh, from your lips to God's ears. That's all.
Yes.
Before we get too deep into all night court ball things, tell us a little bit about yourselves. What do you want to share with everybody?
Oh, Kristen, you start.
Okay. So Samantha and I, when we first met, we actually weren't really supposed to meet. I was supposed to be having a meeting with her husband. He's a videographer. I'm a wedding photographer. And she sat down and she's like, don't worry, you guys just have your meeting. I'm going to read. And I was like, oh, well, what are you reading? And we spent the entire hour talking about reading ACOTAR and Fairy Smut. And I was like, oh, I love you. And literally as we're leaving, her husband was like, well, cool, Kristen, I'll talk to you later. I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And so she kind of stole me from him. And that's how that happened.
Right.
Yeah. But I feel like we had that normal interaction where she was like, oh, I don't want to tell you what I read. And I'm like, and then I knew, I'm like, no, tell me what you read, because I think I read the same thing. She's like, smut. I was like, yes.
And I never told anyone before because I was just kind of like, whatever. Like, my day job stuff is like this very like serious buttoned up job. And so I was like, I just kind of read what I read, right? And then I don't know what it was. It was like I was led by spirit. Like it was like, tell her you read Face Smut. And I was like, I read Face Smut. And she was like, me too. So it just meant to be.
I hope that's the aura I'm putting out in the world.
Yes.
Like, tell me about Face Smut. Like that's just what I want to put out into the universe and find my people. So that's kind of why we created this. And it happened one day. We were talking and she was like, we were sending each other videos of all of these other like night court, starfall, fantasy balls happening like in Europe. And we were like, okay, let's do this. Let's go. And we were going to buy tickets and we were adding it up. We were like, oh my gosh, this is so expensive. And then we decided to throw our own, which costs so much more money than if you go into one. But now we get to do it here in Arizona and invite all of you. So, I think it's better this way.
This is a win-win.
I know. My husband's like, I'm sitting in my armchair. And I was like, we could do this. And he was like, what? Like, I know he knew. Like, he felt the, like, terror. And he was like, what did you say? And I'm like, Kristen and I could do this. And he was like, I'm that person that's like, I can do it. And Kristen's the same way. We're like, oh, yeah, bungee jump off the Eiffel Tower. I could do that. Like, sure.
Is it on YouTube? I'll figure it out. That's my
answer
to everything.
You really are.
Oh, yeah. So that's how it happened.
And look how far you've come.
That's who we are. And that's how it happened.
Less than 2 weeks away, and it's going to be freaking amazing.
Oh, we're so excited. We are. We're so excited. It's turned into something more than we could ever have hoped for and different. We wanted to throw a party that we would want to go to, that we would have the best time at, that would be the best night of our lives. And it's turned into such like a community and a supportive group of people. Like, obviously there are a lot of people that are like, subscribers and this and that, but there's like, it's evolved into this thing where there are a bunch of people that have stepped forward. I'd say probably like 150 to 200 people that have really rallied around us and have just offered so much support and feedback and everything. And we're so excited to continue to grow that component of it, right? Like, that idea of like, we're serving a group of people who maybe have felt that they haven't been really truly acknowledged, maybe taken advantage of a little bit. Like, I hate to say that too much, but like, it's popular, but I think people have been offering things that can make money, and we're trying to offer value and community and support and like camaraderie. So that's been the most surprising and like fulfilling thing, I think, for me, that's come out of all of this.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
cool.
Yeah, that is so cool. And it's going to be so much more than just that one night, which is what's like you're creating not just like a party that people are going to, it's like a full experience that people are going to like take with them home and like want to do more and like be a part of. And that's really cool that the community is just like building and building and building. I love that.
And we should have a voice. You know, the community should have a voice. And get things that they deserve to have. You know, yes, we're here. We love this stuff. We're major fans. We're willing to spend money on it, but we should also like that money should be spent on things that make us feel like we're valued. You know, like it's not just like the money machine. You know, it's like it's value. We're fans throwing a party. You know what I mean? Like we are fans.
We are, and I feel like Sam and I both are really big on the whole like. We do read kind of as a form of escapism, right? Like to get out of the real world for a little while and to be able to, I feel like, go into that world with other people who feel similarly to you. It almost, then it brings you back around to a better reality. That's kind of like my thought process. You know? Oh, stop it.
That was good.
But like, you know, you're escaping, you're in this fantasy world. So we really want the events to be this crazy thing. And then, yeah, like you said, when you go home afterward, you're left with something better. So
yes.
Found family.
I can't wait.
I was so excited.
I mean, even this, like, we would have never met the two of you if we didn't start this. And now we're going to meet in person. And hopefully, like, that leads to other things in the future. Like, that's so cool. Like, and I feel like a lot of readers tend to be introverts. And Samantha and I are I feel like we're rare, super extroverted. Samantha and I are wild. Samantha and I will go out and we will make friends with people. So I'm like, I feel like we have a duty as the extroverted readers to go bring all the introverted readers together. Like we have to do that because Samantha and I, we're not shy about anything. We're not even, we're just, I'm like, so that's why she was like, we can do this.
We can totally do this. That's fun.
Yeah.
So, and you are.
I'm putting it out there, but Montana and I are big Swifties. And so one thing that we always do on our podcast is we always start with what era we're in. So I'm curious to know, one, if you're Swifties, and hopefully you are, and two, what era would you be in today or going into hosting your first event?
Oh, so I'm a new Swiftie. I feel like in the last, and actually my nieces got me into it. And I've always, you know, the funny thing is I've always loved Taylor Swift, but I didn't know until they came over and they were like, can we listen to all these Taylor Swift songs? And I'm like, damn, she has banger after banger. I'm like, why don't I listen to her more often? So literally like one of my number one artists last year was Taylor Swift. And I'm like, I'm not mad about it.
Yep.
But the Tortured Poets department, I feel like that's the album I've been waiting for her to make my whole life. Like that. Oh my gosh. It's such a great album. Yeah. That was genius level. And she's always like all of her work. Like now that I've done the deep dive, I'm like, man, I've been listening to her forever. I've actually always liked her. Even when I didn't like country music and she was more country, like, yeah. But I feel like this last album, The Tortured Poets, I was like, oh, this is
what I needed.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. I'm not a Swiftie per se. However, that's because there's a story behind it. Of course, there always is. Music is a huge part of my life. My dad he's passed now. Like he played the guitar. My sister's a singer-songwriter. Music is a huge thing in my family. Always was, always has been. I can basically sing any song that comes on the radio or that anyone, and my husband's like, do you know who sang that? I'm like, couldn't even tell you. But I can sing the entire thing. Like, it's just always things that are happening in the background in my mind. It's a huge part of my life, but there aren't too many bands that I'd be like, I can tell you all the members of that band or like tell you all the names of like who's singing. But with Taylor Swift and having an 18-year-old and a 17-year-old, let me tell you, Taylor Swift has definitely been played in my house a lot. And it's not that I don't like Taylor Swift. I love Taylor Swift. I think that she's got a lot of great songs. I've just never sat down and like bought a Taylor Swift album or like gone to a Taylor Swift concert. But I admire the hell out of that woman. Like she is, from a business person standpoint. So I would say the era that I'm in is like my boss lady era. Yes, I'm in my boss babe era. I'm in my like, I'm channeling Taylor Swift in her boss world.
Yes.
That's what I am.
That's basically
I
right.
love it. So yes, definitely Reputation vibes.
You tell me, I'll take it.
That's where I'm at anyway too. So
yeah, trying to be.
Okay. So what are you guys currently reading, and what was your last 5-star read?
Go ahead, Kristen, you start.
So I'm in the middle of a million books. On audiobook, I'm listening to the Red Rising series. I'm on Golden Sun, I think. Amazing series, very heavy, like sci-fi fantasy. Yeah, I'm loving it so far. So that's what I'm reading on my Kindle right now. And I'm also rereading A Discovery of Witches because that's our book club pick. I feel like I'm always in the middle of books, of like multiple books, because I read them on like different formats. My last 5-star read. I know that this probably wasn't my last 5-star read, but I want to mention House of Hollow because I feel like nobody talks about this book and it's incredible. And I still think about it like almost every day. It was so good. It was a story that I haven't read before. It kept me intrigued the whole way through. House of Hollow, highly, highly recommend. It's not so much with the fantasy, but it's actually great for spooky season right now because it's a little spooky. It's about sisters and they disappear when they're younger and then they reappear and like it just goes into their whole story and it was very good. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Spooky reads. It sounds really good. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, write it down.
Yep.
Yeah. House of Hollow. You'll love it.
Well, I'm reading the Games Gods Play. Games the Gods Play. It's like a Hades. It's not Hades Persephone, but it is a Hades book. It's part of a series. There you go.
Montana's on it. I love it.
I'm like, I think I have that one downstairs.
I have that one.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm actually really liking it. I'm in the middle of reading that right now, but I'm also in the middle of the Shatter Me series, and I'm in the middle of the From Blood and Ash and From Hold, Please. Ugh. I never remember it. And then A Flesh and Fire. So the next one I'm going to be reading in A Flesh and Fire novel is the Fire in the Flesh. So when you asked about last 5-star read, it would be the From Blood and Ash series, I guess you could say, because Kristen and I both agree this series does not get.
I forgot.
Yes, it does not get nearly enough love. This series, Castile Denier. Yes, like he is mine. Like I want him. I want him over Rowan. I want him over Reese. I want him over Cassie. I want him over Azra. Like I want Castile. He is my man. Yes,
he knows how to love a woman.
He's my man. Like that's it. That's what I want. I want him in my life. He's my man. So I'm excited to get back to that. But like it's like how I did with Throne of Glass. I had to take a break because I was like so sad because I was at the end. Like it's the last book. Like I'm like, oh, I don't want to. So I'm taking a break and it's sitting there literally on my nightstand. That's why I could reach it because it's right there waiting for me. But the Games Gods Play is what I'm reading right now. Is my like
Your Roman
pretending
Empire.
like it's not the end. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I love that.
I'm glad you read it, Montana. I don't know if I've talked to anyone else who's read this series yet, so I'm excited.
I haven't yet. I'm working on it.
Oh, you have it. Okay,
it's on my You're list. Like me. I have all these books, and people are like, "You've read all those books?" I'm like, "Oh no."
Oh, absolutely not. I haven't read any of these ones right here.
No.
Well, you don't understand. I have several hobbies: buying books, reading books, collecting books.
Yeah,
which is all different
very different hobbies.
Very different. Yes. Yeah.
It's really hard to go to the store and not leave without a book.
I'm really excited about it. So I definitely recommend reading it. Montana, you have it there already. Definitely crack it open. I think you'll like it.
It's on there. I mean, I just couldn't resist. It's so beautiful. So
I
I need to read this
know.
right now.
Isn't it pretty? It's so pretty. I know.
It is a really
I
pretty
love
book.
sprayed
Kind
edges.
of a sucker for the special edition sprayed edges. If you cannot see that,
I love it. I don't blame you at all.
I don't blame you at all either. Yeah, that's gorgeous.
I have
got
that
4
copy.
copies of Fourth Wing right now.
I actually have quite a few too because I
Never
read so
enough.
fast that I have to buy multiples for the house. Because I read so fast that everyone else in the house takes too long, and I'm like, no, I'm just going to buy your own version so I can read it.
Samantha reads so fast. It's scary.
Yeah.
Like last year, she read, what was it, like 150 books?
256 books.
Oh, I'm sorry. 256 books last year.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I read about 450 pages a day.
Holy Toledos.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
To
And I love
read
it.
like a chapter a day.
Oh,
Right.
and honestly, like even with all this stuff that we're doing, I was just telling you, we're working like 10 to 12 to 14-hour days, like every day.
I don't know
I'm
how you
still
do it.
like,
That's
I just read
insane.
really fast.
She reads really fast.
I just read, and it's not.
I wish I could read like that.
It's like a weird thing. It's not like a normal. There's
Your
a word for it. My
superpower.
daughter tells me all the time. I'm like, yeah, that's it. Whatever. I read really fast. She tries to give me diagnoses, my 17-year-old. I'm like, it's just I read fast.
Whatever. It doesn't need a name. I just read fast.
Yeah, I don't need a label.
It's a
You should be proud of
superpower.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, superpower.
Yeah, I'm like, I have the craziest superpower. I read real fast.
Okay, so you guys kind of mentioned how HOFAR started, but why did you pick House of Flame and Revelry?
Kristen,
Like,
That's all you, Sam.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, so we like the idea of a house, right? Like the house of, because it's SJM, but like it's also everything else. But we liked that idea of like house of something or a court of something, right? That's what Chris and I were like trying to come up with names. And we wanted it to be something that wouldn't pigeonhole us into like one specific thing, right? So we chatted back and forth, which we do a lot, and we're like, hey, what are we? Like, who do we want to represent? And I think Revelry was easier to start with because it's fun, right? Like you want to have fun. Like that's what, at the end of the day, we want everyone who comes to our events to feel like they just had like the best time of their life. Like that was so much fun. I want to tell everyone I know about it. And the flame was actually came secondarily because we were like, what's like passion, excitement, like sensuality? These are adult events. You know what I mean? This isn't like you're going to bring your kids along. This is like, let everything go, put it all on the back burner and like really embrace the like woman that you are, the man that you are, like all the way down to like who we really are, right? Like what we want. And so we went back and forth, like what sounds good, what works well, blah, blah, blah. And it actually was House of Revelry and Flame at first. That was like, because we've had Revelry first. But then Kristen was like, no, it should be House of Flame and Revelry. And so I was like, oh! And then I was like, yeah!
And then it just like clicked. Yeah.
It just clicked.
And it just rolls off the
so
tongue.
hard. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah. So,
And we love that it's short, that the HOFAR is short. We have lots of jokes in-house about HOFAR
Yeah.
and all our hoes.
You're hoeing far from coming out.
We literally have joked about like, oh, our community, what are they? And I'm like, they're our hoes.
Yeah.
Like, we're the hoes. Like, and Samantha's like, we can't say that. I'm like, damn it.
Yeah.
Why not?
We got the close hose, we got the far hose.
Yeah. We got all the hoes, near and far.
Yes. There's nothing wrong with being a little naughty. Everyone wants to be a little naughty in your life. We're not saying crazy. I mean, Jessica was saying crazy. Like she was threatening to drug people at one point, but I was like, that's illegal.
Jessica's our real fucking wild card. Jessica. Oh man. Jessica's like, no, everyone's gonna have a great time.
Yeah,
I'm like,
she's great. But
hold on.
I will make you have a great time.
Jessica's not allowed near the bar. Jessica's not allowed near the bar at all. If Jessica hands you a drink, politely decline.
She's like, it's just a tincture.
We call her our website witch.
Yes.
But she's also all the witchy vibes. Like she's literally like We're like, what is a spell to make this happen? She's like, I got you. I'm like, okay, let's go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
All
she's great.
we love.
You will love her. She's fantastic. She is the party. Like she's a vibe and all her own. Especially when we have our Cal and My event, just watch out. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Yes.
Samantha.
Oh my God. A Cal in My event would be killer. Yes.
Look at Kristen.
I don't think we've told anyone that. So
yes, we did.
Oh.
Yes, we did, because we told the story about Jessica offering tinctures.
We told that in our book club that had 5 people.
I'm like, she was offering
we can cut that part. It's okay.
No, it's not exclusive.
Okay.
You'll get your
Hey, Fantasy Podcast exclusive. We are throwing a Cal in My.
Yeah.
Because Samantha just let it.
Hey, I'm dedicated to it. Kristen's like, you're committing us to these things. I'm like, you're right. I am not afraid of commitment.
If you put it out into the world, then
we don't have dates yet, but we know it's gonna. We want it to be around actual Cal and My, which is the celebration of spring. So
yeah.
Yes.
It'll be later.
We'll be there.
Yeah, you will.
It's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah, you will. It's gonna be fun. It is. It will be fun.
Yeah, that sounds like a good one.
I mean, now that we've heard a little bomb drop of a fun future event, let's kind of stay on this track, but tell us more about the book retreats that you guys have, because they look so cool.
Yes. Go ahead, Kristen. You start us off.
They're so much fun. And honestly, I feel like it was after our first book retreat that we really saw the potential of what this company could really do. At our first book retreat, it was our summer reading retreat, and it was us and like 10 other women. And, the plan was we just wanted time away to read. And actually, very little reading happened. We were finally in a room with people who understood our jokes, and we could talk about things that we couldn't talk about with anyone else. And then because it was all women too, I feel like we opened up about things that we wouldn't normally.
Yes.
I mean, it's amazing when you get a room of women together, like how quickly they open up and they deep dive, and you just like, I mean, it got so real, so fast, and also so fun. Yeah, we definitely consumed more alcohol than books, but it was absolutely amazing. We all got tanned. Some of us got sunburned, but it was worth it. And it was so amazing. We were like the second day we all got out by the pool and we started reading, but 20 minutes later we were playing mermaids.
Yeah,
like that's what happens. Yeah. And it was amazing.
That's the best.
Yes.
It was really cool.
That I need.
Yes. Not
that
one
everybody
time
needs
did someone
that.
say, "Can you stop talking about your book?" You know what I mean? Not one time did that happen.
Yeah.
That is the energy we need in our life.
Yeah. I think within the first 10 minutes, once everybody was in the house, we were all kind of just standing around the countertop, hi, introducing. And somebody mentioned something about oh yeah, I got some wine. And someone was like, is it Resan's good wine? And we all started laughing. And I was just like, my people.
Yes.
I could never say that anywhere else. No one would get it,
No one.
And we all kind of just looked at each other and we're like, oh, this is going to be good.
Yes, and that first night, by the end of we're piling onto the couch, basically on top of each other, chatting. It was like we were best friends.
The second night, all of us were piled in one bed watching, because the Bridgerton premiere was the second night, so we all were in bed together watching the Bridgerton premiere. It was amazing.
So it's we make best friends, and it's so supportive. And I don't know, if there's something magical that happens when women get together, period. I think it's we immediately create a coven or something. I don't know what happens, but we just immediately create this girl gang. But when you add in this right, I'm telling you, it was the weirdest thing, but the greatest thing. And we had people there who were I've never done anything like this before. I've literally never done anything for myself like this. My partner, my whoever told me to just do it. And I did. And I'm so great. That was the thing. Chris and I were crying at the end. She's and I'm so grateful I did, because this changed my life. And not that we were aiming to change anybody's life. We were just offering a safe space to come and just be your authentic self. The book nerd that you are is super cool to us. So we think you're super freaking cool. So come hang out with us. And it's blossomed into these amazing friendships. Like we've hung out afterwards with these people. Like they're our friends. Like, and I think that's such a beautiful thing in any community, but especially this community where like historically when people think book nerd, they don't think like, oh, Miss Popularity, you know, they think book nerd. And I don't want that stigma. I want it to be like, no, you're super popular. You're really cool. I like you. I'm interested in your opinion and like what you think. So that's what our reading retreats are really about. I'm like, they're reading review retreats really, because it's like, give me a review about the book that you read as opposed to reading a lot. So
yeah, we talked a lot about this.
Yeah, theories, reviews, what'd you think, what do you recommend, you know. But it was
we
such
all
a
had the reading list that we passed around. So it's like a blank reading list and we all passed it around, and everybody, like we had 12 of them and we wrote down 12 times, this is the book I recommend. So we all went home with like a big reading list, just because our TBRs are not big enough, you know. So we just needed a list of books. So like, there is definitely the book and the reading element too. But I just feel like Sam said, when you get women together, it's magical and you just can't help but like so like I said, after the reading retreat, we kind of realized what this company could really be. And that's why we decided to do more meetups and book retreats. Cause at one point I walked back into the house and one of our readers was there in the kitchen and I heard her talking to someone else and she was like, I feel like this weekend healed a part of me.
Yeah.
And I walked outside and I told Samantha and she's like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah.
I'm crying. Are you kidding me? Like,
I know,
right?
No, I'm looking at Samantha's, and she just starts to tear up, and I'm like, "Oh, we did something really cool, actually. Like, I think this is more important than we thought it was. Like, we all needed this so much more than we realized we needed it.
Yeah, yep.
Women, I feel like we women are such healers. We take care of other people. It's so hard for us to remember to take care of ourselves.
Yes.
Yeah.
Creating such a safe space like that for like people that do kind of deem themselves as like introverts and like book nerds is like so important though. Like, I don't know. I have chills and I'm like 10 times more excited to like get to meet you guys in person and like hang out with like-minded people that really like it's such a magical thing. And we have more fireworks. And
that deserved fireworks.
Yes, I'm so excited now. Like, that just is incredible that you guys were able to do that.
And we want to do more. We plan on doing at least 2 every year, and we're going to start doing more exciting and adventurous places. Kristen, can I say this one? Are we like not saying it? Like, I don't know what's like. I can say it.
Fuck it.
Okay.
Say it.
So we're gonna do our first. Yeah, we're doing our first international reading retreat in the summertime. Yeah, so we're gonna go to Scotland. Way. Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Stop! Yeah. Oh, yeah. Go.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm getting my passport right now.
You literally are getting your passport right now.
I really am, actually. Good, I'm going to the Dominican. But now I'm like, oh my God, Scotland. That's totally on my bucket list.
Yes. And we feel like another thing, right? Like, how many times can you travel as a woman by yourself and feel safe to do that? But you don't have to worry about it now because you're not traveling by yourself. You're traveling with a group of people. You're not by yourself.
Fantastic people, too. Like, people that know your heart just as much as you know theirs. Because, I don't know, it's just a weird thing when you bond over something and then you're able to, like, share bits and pieces of your life. This is special. You guys are doing something,
and it's a
really
big deal.
Special.
It is.
Oh, I'm glad you think so. I'm glad you.
Oh my
think
God,
so.
I totally.
And we try to make everything reasonable. We're not trying to like gouge anybody. We want it to be accessible to everybody. You know what I mean? We want it to be like where people can afford to do these things too, you know? So that's why you're going to always probably see like tiered pricing with us. It's never going to just be like, this is one size fits all. Because again, we want everyone to feel like they have a place. You know what I mean? Like that they're special and that they're important and that they can make it and that they can show up and we're here for it. Like that's another big thing for us too.
Oh my gosh, I'm so here for it.
We hold the reading retreats very near and dear to our hearts. They're not like literally on our like to get into the business end of it. Like even when we because we have an investor and when we talked about it, we didn't even put our reading retreats as a profitable thing because we don't actually profit from them.
No, we don't.
It's just something we organize that because to us, that's really like the biggest community building thing. Like, obviously we're a business. We do have to profit from something.
Yes.
So like the balls, really, that's it.
That's
you know,
it.
and
Yeah, that's really it.
we might have some future things, you know, with the book club coming up, but like our reading retreats are just it's for us.
It's for us.
You know?
Yep. To reconnect and always remind ourselves why we're doing this. You know what I mean? We're doing this
so that we don't lose touch, so that we don't lose sight of the big picture, because it can be easy when you start. I've started multiple companies. I'm kind of like a serial entrepreneur, and like it can be really easy to lose sight of why you started.
Yeah.
And I'm like, these are important to keep us grounded.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
I'm glad I'm not alone in that.
I'm so emotional over here.
We're gonna get along so I'm like tearing up, and we're all gonna get along so great.
I'm so excited. You guys, I've been telling my husband, I don't even want to drink at the ball, because I feel like I'm gonna be like the drunk crying girl.
Oh no,
and I'm
I can't.
The sober crying girl.
Yeah, if I drink, that's it. You guys will be like having to like separate me out. Yeah, and I'm not a
What are you guys going on Friday night or Saturday night?
We're Saturday.
Okay, Saturday I'm gonna get much more sloppy than Friday night. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Friday night I feel like I'm gonna be like but Saturday I'm gonna be like, oh my god, we're here, we did it.
Yeah.
Saturday at the after party for real is gonna be.
Oh,
I'm gonna let loose.
I know.
The promo that has been consistently shared for the after party, I'm like,
isn't it so cool?
So good.
That's my best friend Saida, who's also our makeup artist.
Yeah, that's Kristen's best friend.
She's an actress. I stole her from LA.
Yeah, my husband saw the commercial. Saida's the beautiful Faye. Yep. Yeah,
we're very lucky to be surrounded by talented people who can help us with this.
That's part of the reason why we were like, we could do this, because we have curated such a group of like amazing people to support us. That is one thing I do want to make sure everyone is aware of, is like, I don't wake up like this type of thing. You know what I mean? Like, it takes a whole team of people behind me, almost sometimes physically propping me up. Like, woman, like Weekend at Bernie's, like, you can do this. Like, I just need yeah. So, and we have that. Like, Kristen's husband is amazing. My husband's amazing. Our friends are amazing. Like, everybody's jumped in to help. Like, even her brother. Like, everyone has just been like, how can we help? What can we do? And again, that is just so indicative of what we're doing here. It's all a community. It's all that. That's what it is.
Yes. Okay, so talking about the upcoming Night Court Ball, what are you most excited for, like, of the whole thing? What, like, excites you the most?
I just want people to have a good time. I honestly, I can't wait till people walk into walk in. I want to watch people's faces when they walk in. Like, that's
actually, you should have your husband on standby, just like recording that. That would be great.
Oh, he is. He's going to be doing the video of everything. Yeah. So if you see him, like, he's recording, he's our videographer. Oh, actually, night 2, he won't be necessarily doing too much video. He'll be doing a little bit. But night 2, I told him he can enjoy a little bit more. But you'll get to meet him still. But he is going to be doing the videography. And I told him, I said, please get people's faces when they walk in. I want to see that response. Like, I want to see what people think when they first walk in. That's what I'm excited for.
Oh, I love that.
If he is not at the door on Saturday, we will all have our phones out the moment we walk in, so we can get the genuine reaction specifically for you. Just be like, here, this is our face right now. We are crying.
Thank you. What about you, Kristen?
I kind of have a similar answer, but more specifically, so we obviously have different areas. I'm most excited for the ballroom and the music. I spent a very long time curating music to the point where I was driving in the car in silence, because I was like, I don't want to hear another song ever again. But I feel like for the VIP like cocktail hour and for the beginning, the music I picked, and then it's not meant for dancing, it's meant for the vibe. So like for that first cocktail hour, I want people to walk into the ballroom specifically, and when they look up, that's what I'm excited for. Yeah. That's what I want to see. I feel like I've, envisioned it in my head multiple times, and that's the part that I'm most excited for.
I want 5 wows. My dad used to always say the key to a successful piece of furniture, my dad was a furniture designer, was to have 5 wows. where like when someone saw it, they said, wow, at least 5 times they were going to buy it. So that's what I want. I want 5 wows. I want people who come to our event to be like, wow, 5 times. And then I'll feel like that was success.
Yeah, we did.
We're literally
We
putting
made it.
that into every event.
So hopefully you guys have the 5 wows. Hopefully you love the ballroom. Kristen has
Oh
worked
my gosh.
tirelessly on the playlist.
I already
so
know
hopefully
we
you love her.
will. This is going
we
to
are
be like
totally
a
gonna have
million
it.
wows. I can tell you.
Yeah.
Like,
Can I say phenomenal,
seriously, I'm
astounding,
turning up already.
stunning? Like these are all words that
like
mean
Oh
wow.
my
more than wow.
Yes.
No
I'll be
pressure.
walking thesaurus for
No
you.
pressure.
Samantha and I feel like the last 2 weeks have been like a ball of anxiety. And when my husband asked me, he's like, "What? Why? Like, what do you need to do? Like, can I help?" And I'm like, "It's not things I need help with. I'm just so nervous because
Yeah.
I want everyone to have a good time.
Yes.
Like, that's literally the biggest
Yeah.
thing on my mind. And
You care,
not even
yeah.
just that I want people to enjoy themselves.
Yes.
Yeah, I also want people to be in the mindset like like we did a little Zoom meetup for people going to night 1, people going to night 2, so that people could like meet before the ball.
Yep.
And in that call, I was talking to people and I was like, you know what? Like, because of course everyone's excited to meet the cosplayers, and I was like, I'm more excited to meet you guys.
Yes.
Like, I want you guys to walk in and feel like the main character, and I want you guys to put yourself in that headspace where you're like, this is my night. This is wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Main
Yes.
character.
Yes.
This is about me.
Yes.
I saw it on the story and I died. I was like,
I'm like,
this is the
this
moment.
is the energy.
Yes.
Everyone walking with your head high, fix your crown, like,
Yes.
you know.
Main
Our
character
cosplayers
energy.
are amazing.
Yes.
Our cosplayers are amazing.
Don't
and they're
get
also
us
sweet.
wrong.
And they also want to have a good time and
Yes.
enjoy the event
Mhm.
and mix and mingle. So we hope that people also treat it that way too. Like, they're there, they're part of it, but like, you know, and of
Let them
course
have
they're
fun.
so excited to like sign autographs and take pictures with
Yes.
everyone. You know, there's going to be a mix of all of it. We want people to walk in and just be like, look at my outfit, look at this, look at, oh, I spent all this time on this. I'm here in this place. Like, just really having a great experience.
Yes.
I
And
think
like
that's
in
always
our
like
heads, we had it looking a certain way, and we want it to be a certain way, and we hope it translates to everybody else where they're like, oh yeah, like that's what that is. Like that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling that vibe.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
it's just
That's
nervousness.
amazing.
That's all.
It is nervous, anxiety, all the things. But yeah,
Look at that crown.
I'm
I
obsessed.
know. Mine
I'm
came
obsessed.
yesterday and I can't.
I have 2. Is that bad? Is it bad that I have 2? I have 2.
No, we're going
I
tonight.
have 3 now. So
I have 2.
I have 3 now. There's an Akatar one, and then I've got 2 on my Throne of Glass set. So
Oh
it's okay.
man, yeah, I got 2. Anyway, sorry.
It's funny that you mentioned the cosplayers though, just because I'm like, Callie and I are big Cassian girls, and then when you guys like posted that Zach was Cassian, I'm like,
okay,
I'm
ladies,
married, but I think I fell in love.
I'm a long-time married woman. I'm also kind of proud to be his mother. However, that man is super amazing. Like, beyond just attractive. He is right, Kristen? He's probably one of the most lovely human beings on the
literally.
planet.
The first time I FaceTimed with him, I mean, we were just laughing the whole time, and I'm like, oh, you're Cassian for real.
Yes,
like,
love that.
so much Cassian energy, and he was so excited and bubbly, and I was just like, no, you guys are gonna love him.
You're not helping.
Get your chest.
I'm sorry. Honestly, all of our cosplayers are really, really great. Like, because I got to talk to all of them, and like we have this little like group chat with all of them, and
they're wonderful.
Tyler is a sweetheart. Tyler cares so much about this going right. We have had multiple phone calls where he's like, Kristen, I'm worried about this. Let's talk about it. I'm like, okay, let's talk about it. And we like walk through it, and he's like, okay, I think he cares so much.
Does.
Like they all do. They've all been on top of it. They've all been like just wanting everything to go well.
They're just people. They're really and they're bookish people. Yeah. These are bookish people. Yeah. I think that gets lost too, because like being from LA and knowing a lot of actors and models and blah blah blah. Everyone's in the industry. These are not people that are in the industry. These are people who are fans who then like also are, skilled in this other way. And they really do read these books. They know these characters. Like, they're just as big of a book nerd as we are. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So they want this to go well. They want people to have that kind of night too. So we're really blessed to have them as our
I feel like we got lucky. We got like the best cast ever.
We did.
And they all look so good. I've seen other event companies, I'm like, yeah, kinda, but like not really that character. I'm like, these ones, phenomenal.
Kristen,
it was hard to find that line.
Yeah.
Yes, I honestly, I did the deep dive into the cosplay world, and I sent Samantha like, these are the people who auditioned. This is my first, second, third choice, and I was like, I want my first choice, and she's like, okay, and I was like, no. I was like, this is it. I was like, I've done the deep dive, and I was like, this is the perfect line of like, you look like the character, and you like the story, because there were also other people, because there was the idea thrown out of like, we can just hire random actors who are really hot. I was like, no,
not for this.
Absolutely not.
Not for this.
Yeah.
But
I'm like,
for
no.
that full
I will
immersive
say,
experience.
I'm like, they gotta be in it. And I was like, no, these people are great. They know their characters. And then some of them can play multiple characters. That was so hard. Like Maury, who is our Morrigan, and
Azrael. Corey, who's our Azrael.
Oh, and Corey also does multiple. And then
the girl who's Nesta does so many.
Chloe. Yeah, Chloe, Renee.
Chloe.
Yeah. I was like, you could play all these parts. Like, she's so good. Like chameleons, like they're so good, amazing.
And Kristen timed it really well too, because I was recovering from surgery, so I was just kind of like, I trust your opinion. I literally had like zero say in all this. I was like drugged up on narcotics, and this is what it takes to be in a business. So you have to have a partner you trust, because I'm telling you, I would not have picked better. I wouldn't have. She did, like, hands down, like, bow down, best cast ever. I swear. I'm not joking. It's like I couldn't have done it better myself. So, and I was literally drugged up on morphine. I'm like, what is... I have no idea.
I'm like, I got it, honey. It's fine. Don't worry.
It's like, you like them.
She's actually like looking, and she's like, hot.
Pick them all.
Yeah. I was like, am I swiping? Is it left or right? I don't know. Like, what's happening here? I don't know, but I'll say yes.
Okay, now I'm crying because I'm laughing. Oh my gosh.
So obviously, when planning this ball, you guys have had so much success with all of this, but I know none of this has been just like so easy. But what has probably been the biggest challenge that you've overcome while planning this ball?
Our slogan is actually nothing's easy.
And the vibe is shit.
And the vibe is shitty. That's been the two things we say all the time. The vibe is shitty, and nothing is easy. No, the last time somebody asked me, they're like, "Are you excited for the ball?" I was like, "I'm not going." I'm done. I'm tired.
Send pics. I don't know. Hashtag.
Like, actually, okay, but like, what was the question? What was the hardest thing? ADHD. Is that what?
Yeah, just what's been the biggest challenge that you've had to overcome while planning? Like, you know, was it finding the vendors? Was it
liquor license? Liquor license. I swear.
So the reason most of these events are 21 plus and not 18 plus is, I'm guessing, because of liquor things. Well, Samantha and I are fucking hard-headed, and we wanted it to be 18 plus because a lot of our community is under 21.
Yes.
So the liquor license has been the hardest thing ever. We've had to literally change the layout and do different things, to the point where, like, we got our liquor license yesterday, guys.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Hey, congratulations.
Yeah.
You got it.
Like, you think we're joking. I'm kidding with you right now. We're kidding. That is legitimately what happened. That's how bad it's been.
That was the worst.
Is this real life? Like, is this the real... And you know who it is? I'm going to throw this out there, and hopefully your podcast members will see this. Literally, it's Tanya. Tanya.
She's our angel.
She's a workhorse, man. You're going to see her there. She's amazing. She has been calling every day. She's the best. She's made sure it happened. She was like, oh, I can't be there to help fill the swag bags. Like, you've done enough. Don't
Yeah,
worry,
like
we'll fill the swag bags.
Did it.
Like, Tanya, you don't need to do literally anything else.
Yeah,
It's fine.
she did it.
Yeah, it
Just
was
saved the
a
ball.
saving grace that we were able to bring on Tanya and Jesse because Samantha and I were man, it was crazy. And especially because, like I said, Samantha and I are fucking hard-headed and we want everything to be bigger and better and huge. And so, that's
like, we can do it, but we need help really bad.
Yeah, there wasn't enough of us to do everything, you know, but that was the biggest challenge. Like, I feel like we had the idea for everything, and because I'm a wedding photographer and I'm kind of in the event industry already, I had a lot of connections. I already knew Bloom and Blueprint is going to be our designer. They're literally the best in Arizona. Like, they design the most amazing events. Like, we'll probably be using them for all of our events because Kate, she's another creative. They're actually like us. It's Kate and then her partner, and you know, Kate's super creative and her partner's super financial, you know, like I'm the one over here like, oh my God, like for the Hades and Persephone, I want an animatronic 3-headed Cerberus. And Samantha's like, calm the fuck down.
It's like, what?
Bring it back down to reality.
Like, you know?
She's like, but also get me a price because she's also creative. She's like, but
let
get
me
me a
feel it
price.
out.
But how much is it?
But how much? So that's why I love her, because if she didn't have the creative book thing, I couldn't work with somebody who's just a numbers person.
No, I'm not
numbers.
just a numbers person. I definitely was raised in a family of artists, so I appreciate that artistic and creative vision and all that. But I am a numbers person too. So when she was saying that, I'm like, like I'm hearing cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. But then I was like, but you know what? We kind of need that.
Yeah.
Like,
and I'm just over here like
necessity. So we should figure that out. Yeah, that's important. An animatronic Cerberus. Like, sure,
we need that.
Everyone needs one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Who doesn't?
I don't know if that's even remotely possible, but I'm talking to people.
You gotta call like Disney or Universal to borrow some of their mechanisms.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe we're not there yet, but you know, maybe by next year.
Yeah,
eventually. Manifest it now.
Yeah, yeah,
literally. That's for an insight in the future. That's where we're trying to.
I love it.
Get.
But anywho, so onward and upward. But yeah, that's the hardest thing, liquor license. And we've learned that, and so that's the other thing that I do though, is I do like processes and procedures are like my thing. It's not cute and it's not sexy, but that's what I do. So I've even said, like, after this thing, we've got checklists to make, ladies. I was like, checklist galore. So yeah, we're on.
I feel like we're already so much more prepared for the next event.
Way better.
It already feels
the next
so much
event,
easier.
we're going to be looking at each other going like, wait, why isn't the sky falling? Like, we have so much time and energy available because we learned.
You should have seen us interviewing that poor woman who gave us the walkthrough of the venue. We were like asking her all these questions, like, what if we want this at the event? What if we want this? What about this? And she's like, that's fine, that's fine. And I'm like, you're saying yes really fast. Like, I don't believe you. And she's looking at me and I'm like, I don't know. This is too easy. She's just looking at us like, what's wrong with you guys? I'm like, we're fucking jaded.
Yeah, but I feel like finding your vendors is like half the struggle. And I know you said you're like wedding industry, so you probably have a lot of those connections already. But like finding those is what's so difficult. So getting that stuff, like going into the next one is going to be, walk in the park. You got this.
Yes. Yeah, it is. We're going to be so surprised. We're going to be like, wait, what?
No big deal.
It's done.
I know. I'm kind of starting to panic because we had a year to plan the night court ball, and now we only have like, what month is it? October, November, December. We only have 5 months to plan Twisted Love.
And it will
I'm bad at math. That's why.
And we have there will be no problem. There will be none.
I'm like, man, we had 12 months for night court ball, which almost doesn't seem like enough. But now we'll be able to plan the next one in 5 months.
Oh, easy.
And we already know what we're going to do next October. So it's like,
it's like the rest of it is just downhill from there, like as far as like planning stuff, but we're so excited. The ideas, of course, ACOTAR is going to attract like a ton of people. But the theatrical performances and the attractiveness of like what we're offering is just going to continue to be like more and more and more, like to where you're going to be like, dude, like that non-ACOTAR themed ball was like so much more interactive because we have more freedom too, you know, like with ACOTAR, we have to like Cassian has to look like Cassian. You know what I mean? Like Reese needs to look like Reese and Farrah needs to look like Farrah. Like we're kind of in a box. But when we can be a little bit more creative and we can be a little bit bigger, like listen, you don't want to take the governor off me. It gets crazy. It gets a lot out of control. As I'm sure you're picking up on our like, you know, time together. So yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Phoenix doesn't know what's hit her. Like this city is gonna be like, what the heck? Like these events are out of control. So yeah, it's gonna be good.
We're ready.
Yes.
Gonna change it up a little bit because I am excited to hear about your ball outfits. I need all the details.
Oh, I have one sitting right here.
Yes.
Do you?
Yes, I do. So Kristen and I decided we would do, I mean, not really themed, but themed, like who we are and what we represent for the business. So Kristen, you can tell a little bit more about what that means.
So Samantha is the High Lady of Flame, and I'm the High Lady of Revelry because I feel like that really Samantha is so passionate of, you know, I just felt like I was like, that's for you. And I'm like the party animal, you know, so Revelry, I'm like, that works. So and yeah, so I feel like when I was picking out my outfit, that's kind of what I was thinking of, like party, but still fantasy and revelry. And that's why, like, you know, that crown, I was like, it's like kind of dangerous and black, but gold and all this. So
Stunning.
That's my outfit for night one. I do have an outfit, a different outfit for night two, but because of who I am as a person, I bought several others and I can't decide. And they're also not here yet.
You don't even want to know all the dresses that Callie has.
I have
How many,
3
Callie?
and 1 on the way.
Yes.
Love it.
I can't decide.
I don't feel so bad now.
No.
No, how are you supposed to decide? There's so many beautiful dresses.
Yeah.
But that's why we're throwing multiple events.
Yeah.
So that you can wear multiple dresses.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely need more. And like I'm wearing green this time, but I'm like, well, maybe it's black next time. Like, I don't know. I need more moments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited.
We're excited.
Like a special,
and I want to say, like, shout out
about. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say shout out to like how we did it all too. Like I bought dresses from like actual retailers. We rented dresses from like a local dress shop here that like rents and sells. So Jenny's dresses.
I rented from Jenny too.
Yes.
Yeah. It's such a cool idea. I love that store.
Yes, I'm telling you. And I bought an after party dress from Goodwill. Like there are so many ways to like
we went so many different places.
So to make the looks. Like you don't have to like spend an arm and a leg and exactly.
Do you know how many people are making their own outfits?
Yes.
Like, I don't know if you see, but I like every time someone tags me, I try to repost it to our stories. Like people making their own dresses, Steph making her own like bone jewelry. I'm like, this is so cool.
Yes. I know.
Yeah. Who like dyed her wedding dress.
Yes.
The dedication.
I just saw her post in the Facebook group that she's getting rid of it. I was like, no, but it's so beautiful.
I know. I know. I hate that, but I love the creativity. I love that.
Yeah. Everyone's been really creative.
It's been yes. My sister got her dress for the event, so she's going to be playing guitar. But my sister got her dress for the event for $3.50 from Goodwill.
Hell yeah.
And it's like to the floor black sequin dress with a slit up the thigh. $3.50. It fits her like a glove.
I love that. So talking about, you know, people's outfits and everyone being so creative, do you have any guesses for those who are going as characters who like which characters you're going to see the most cosplayed?
Ooh. I'm sure that we'll see a lot of Feyre.
Yeah.
But I'm 100%. Also really, I know a lot of people have been, because we told people, like, it doesn't just have to be ACOTAR, like, stay within the SJM universe. So, like, I think, I'm like, I think, like, I'm excited to see, and I hope that I see a really great Lysandra.
Oh, yeah.
I loved her.
Shut up!
Shut up!
I am. I totally am. I'm so excited.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. I love her so much.
Yes.
Like, she's such a
I
great
do
character.
too.
And I feel like, okay, so when I read Throne of Glass,
I love that.
Throne of Glass, that's a different kind of book. Throne of Glass. No, baby, don't repeat that. When I read Throne of Glass, I feel like I loved characters that I didn't expect to love. Like, you know, like Lorcan.
Yeah.
He's my man, okay?
Yeah.
Dude, when it comes to Lorcan, I'm like, resand who? Because Lorcan, any day.
What
Any day.
can do?
What did that man do?
Oh my god.
Call me a lead, Lorcan.
SJM and I, we have
know.
some major words we need to have where I need
We've
her
got
to like expand upon that sentence. That's what
I need a whole novella
Yes.
just for that.
Literally.
Yes.
I was because I'm in Queen of Shadows. I'm in Queen of Shadows right now, and I texted Montana the other day, and I was just like, "Okay, got to chapter 36. What the fuck did Lorcan do?" And she's like, "I need to know." I'm like, "Why is this a thing? Like, who does this in the middle of a fucking book?" If I wouldn't have social media, like, I wouldn't know that that's a never-ending question.
Forever.
Like, it would have just been like,
Forever.
oh, this, you know, by the end of Kingdom of Ash, like, this will be answered. No, it won't. And now I'm just pissed.
No. I feel like I need to tattoo it on my body somewhere. Like, this is a never-ending question of life.
What did Lorcan do? Oh
Yes. Yeah.
Also
so that's what I was going to say. I'm hoping that I see a lot of Throne of Glass just because I feel like this venue too and the night and like I feel like it would really give way to it. But I do think we're going to see Resands, we're going to see Feyre's. Like,
sure.
It makes sense.
A lot of the inner circle, you know, for sure.
Yes.
I'm excited for all the Morgans. Like, I want to see all these like blonde bombshells and red dresses.
Yes. I need some more moments, some Amryn moments.
Oh,
I'm excited for all of them. Our friend Chelsea that's coming with us is going as Nesta.
Fun.
My aunt is going as Moore.
Love that.
Moore. And then Elisa is... No.
Elisa's
she's going as Moore, yeah. I'm like, who else is going? No, that's it.
Yeah. Nice.
So, for my Throne of Glass character, I had to get... I know!
Gosh.
I'm like, I had to. Like, the hair... I had a custom dagger made that I'm going to wear for pictures.
I'm obsessed.
Okay. Fudge.
Hold. I can show you the custom dagger.
It's so pretty.
Stop. I love that.
I wish our insurance would cover us to allow people to bring in fake weapons, but it won't.
I know.
I know.
But I'm like, no fire, no fake weapons? Like, what the heck?
Yeah, we couldn't even have fire. That was annoying. I'm like, we can't set things on fire.
I'm like, we can't have fire here.
So on the theme of characters we expect to see, what is your or who is your favorite SJM character and book? What is your favorite book?
Throne of Glass. Period. End of story. I cannot choose a favorite book in that because it's just one thing. It's one whole thing.
8 books? It's one.
You cannot ask me to separate it. It's like choosing a favorite child. You cannot make me do that. I cannot choose a favorite child.
If you bought the series, you bought one book.
Yeah, I can't. I literally have thought about it too, and I'm like, well, that one, but no, but like if we didn't have that book, then so I just cannot do it. It's just they're all connected. It's like having an arm without a head, or like I don't know. I can't. No, it's just not possible. But my favorite character is Aelin. 100%, hands down. Like they're of all the books, and in fact, it ruined me for a long time because her intelligence and her wittiness and her self-sacrificing. I mean, like literally, she is the epitome of the perfect freaking character. She's perfect. I was like, dang it. I was like, there will never be. She can't write another character that is as good as that. And again, it's her capability more than anything else for me as a woman was just so exceptionally admirable. And I don't think I've ugly cried like that reading a book outside of maybe Crescent City, like just like her. I'm not going to give details because you haven't gotten through all of it, but like just her resilience and grit and intellect and just everything. She's just so amazing. Like, I want to be her best friend. Like, I'm jealous of Lysandra because I want to be the bestie, So
I'll be your bestie.
That's
I'll be your
me.
Lysandra bestie.
Oh, thanks.
I don't know if we can live up to Aelin, but we'll try.
I can.
No.
But we'll give it a good go.
I definitely agree with you. Like, and I think even as I was reading Throne of Glass, I told Samantha, I was like, this is the best female main character I've ever read in my entire life. She's incredible.
100%.
And then I got through the whole series and like, I love her. Like, it's, how can you write someone else like her? But I do feel like maybe because I felt like I related a little bit more. Manon is,
those are my women. I'm telling you.
I want a whole nother series about her. I want so much. I don't know how much you read, but I want more Manon and
Yep. Nope.
Yeah, I want more Manon and
I need more Manon.
Yeah.
and yeah. Yeah, I feel like you can't say more because I don't know what it is.
Just stop there.
Yeah,
just know she's great.
She's incredible. I do. I want more of her story.
Same.
Like they could have a whole series about her, and I would love it.
A spinoff would be lovely.
Yeah, would be amazing. Especially even going back further and like the whole thing. Like I feel like that's what I really love about SJM and all authors who write like great side characters that you're actually interested. That you're like. Because when I read a book, I don't just want to care about the main characters. I want to care about the whole world, and I want to be immersed in those. Yeah. Okay, but I will say I'm gonna cheat and I'm gonna pick two. So that's my favorite female is Manon. My favorite male is actually Azriel, and I think that, and I know that it's early.
That's okay. It's okay.
But I feel
it's not
like
too early, girl. I like a shadow.
Not too early. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Like Azriel is my favorite Bat Boy for sure. He's like, I think about him all the time. Like he's just, I love picturing him as this just like emo, like rock band boy, but also a club rat. I'm like, oh my God, I want
him to be a Switch so bad, and Kristen hates that. I'm like, I want him to be a Switch. I do. So bad.
That's selfishly right? I don't want him to, but I could see it. But selfishly I don't want him to because that's like,
I want him to be Switch so bad.
All the theories with Eris, I'm like, I mean,
I know.
I need it.
You're not far off.
No, I want it.
Trying to say the color maybe.
I need it in my life.
Yes, we can.
I know. Like, someone get on Wattpad right now.
I'm like, listen here, Sarah.
This.
Sarah, listen.
I need Sarah to freaking finish this shit so we know.
Oh my gosh.
I want her to finish it, but I'm just going to say right now, I'm throwing down the gauntlet. If it's written the same way CC3 was written, I want none of it. She better take the time.
I still have to finish CC3.
Make it right, Sarah.
Pages in.
Make it right. It better not be like that, because if it's like that, I will literally be like, you got some splaining to do. Like, it will not be okay.
Oh no.
Yeah. That's why it's taking me so long. I'm just like,
taking me forever.
Yeah. I'm not even excited. Like, I'm excited because, don't get me wrong. Like, Hunt is fine. Hunt is great. But I love Rune, and everyone tells me Rune carries the books. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm excited for that. But I'm like, everything else, I'm not excited about.
Rune carries the book. Thank baby whatever. At least you got that. That Rune and Lydia, their storyline actually makes the only thing redeeming about the entire book.
Yeah, I love Rune and Lydia.
I was so exceptionally, and again, I read really fast, right? And so Jessie was like, she got the book a week before I did, and I got it when I got home from a business trip, and I read it in 2 days. And she was like, still coming up, and I'm like, I don't know if I can tell you to continue reading it. I was like, I don't even know if I can tell you to do it. I was like, because it's going to take you so much longer, right? And I was like, I don't know, man. I was like, I'm really disappointed. I'm so disappointed. So then when I thought about the next book being Azrael's book, I was like, I swear,
Yeah.
Do not mess up Azrael because I'll riot.
I will riot.
I'm so excited for this book. And honestly, oh man, to the point where I'm like, I know that people are very big, like, stands of like either Azrael and Elaine or Azrael and Gwen, and I'm over here like I don't care even. Like I feel like however it works out. I want him to be happy. However it works out, I hope that she does them all justice.
Yeah.
She did not do a lot of characters justice.
Azrael,
Sam Cortland, but
I'm still emotionally unwell.
Yeah, my daughter walked in bawling hysterically because she's making her way through the series too, bawling hysterically, and I was like, Sam. She's like, I was like, it's okay.
Did you see that reel that I reposted where it was just a girl, like, you know, at her computer, and she wrote on it, she's like, you know what I think about every day? That Sam Cortland, in the end, smelled of cheap soap.
Shut your mouth. I know.
I was like, I didn't need that today.
No. Now that Callie has gotten to the point, because I kept telling her, like, right when you get to chapter 39, like, you have to tell me, because that is when Aelin visits Sam's grave.
Yeah.
And someone created, like, they took the audiobook of her talking, but they did a fan cast of Sam replying to her.
No.
I'll send it to you.
It
Be prepared to cry.
broke my heart. I did not need that today.
I've been crying for months over this. I'm like, okay, I hate everything.
I hate all the people and all the things. Yes.
I hate
I'll
it
send
here.
it to you guys when we get off of here.
I hate it here.
Okay. Well, yeah,
Literally
maybe on the
my
weekend
heart.
I hate it here.
I hate it here. I finished Assassin's Blade months ago, and I still have been crying over him, and I just am like, does this even get better? Is it even worth it? Because I fucking hate it.
No, you will never stop crying over it.
No. You haven't probably even had your hardest cry of the book yet.
I have not, I don't think. And literally, I think that's part of the reason I'm just like really not rushing it, because I just know that this is going to be like my Roman Empire. I will never find any books to like. I just feel like that's why it took me so long to start them. I like flew through ACOTAR, loved it, ate it up, couldn't get enough, cried like a bitch baby. But Throne of Glass, I'm like, everyone, it's like superior. So I'm like, I don't want it to end. So I'm just like coasting barely.
Kingdom of Ash. Before I read Kingdom of Ash, I read again. See, same thing with like Queen. Before I read Kingdom of Ash, I read like 15 books. Like I couldn't. I was like, nope, I can't finish it. So again, I get
don't want it to end.
I get
already.
it.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Oh God, break my heart. Break my heart.
We are.
Well, we only have one more question for you guys. So, for anybody who ends up listening or watching and wants to attend, wants to attend any events in the future, what do you want your future attendees to know?
We are a team of 4. Like literally, we're not this big like corporation conglomerate. Like it's 4 of us. And when you're talking to us, like when you're messaging or talking to us, like we're like real people. And so like we're doing like the very best we can to bring you the very best that we can. And that cuts both ways, right? Like if you have suggestions, let us know and we will actually get them. It's not like one of those big companies where like you put the suggestion in and like maybe someone's going to see it. Like we're there reading it. So like we want to know what you want, right? And then also like when you say something, like we're reading it. So like just remember that. Like be kind.
Oh, that hurts my heart.
We're doing the best we can.
You guys deserve the world. Oh my gosh.
Literally.
Oh,
I love that. No, it's true. Like, you know, we want people to know that like it's just us. We're book girlies, like just like you guys. But also like what I want people to know is like come to our events and immerse yourself in it. Like, let it be for you. Let this be something that you do. Like, let this be your moment. Be brave. It doesn't matter if you don't have someone to go to the ball with, because you will leave with friends to go to the next one with. I promise. Like, put yourself out there, like, live your best life, you know, YOLO.
Yes.
Not to sound cheesy, but literally you only get one. And we may not actually live in these fantasy worlds that we read about, but it's up to us to create them and to bring them to life and to make our reality like more enjoyable. And the only way we can do that is together. So come to our events, enjoy, put yourself out there,
and let us know. What do you want? Like, seriously, please. We've had people who are like, you know what? I've got this. We accommodate. We want every single person there to have a good time. So you get that benefit of us being small, because we want you to have a good time. You know, like, we want you to be like, oh my gosh, they thought of that. Like, I said this, I asked for this, and they gave it. Like, we can do that. We can pivot. We can be flexible. We want you to have that night.
Have a say.
Yeah. So let us know what you want. We're here. Like, we're listening. So, yeah.
That is amazing. And we are so
So
proud of
excited.
you guys. Like, I'm crying thinking about it. When night one sold out record fast. Like, obviously we didn't get tickets that first time, and we're so thankful that we did get tickets for the second night. But I was like, part of me was like, oh, I'm so bummed. I was like, look at them go. I could not. I think I might have even sent you guys a message. I'm like, I'm just so excited. I'm so proud of you guys. I don't even know you, but I'm proud of you.
Oh, thank you. We were shocked. I mean, I seriously was shocked. Kristen didn't believe me. Kristen did not believe me. She was like, what do you mean sold out? What does that mean? I'm like sold out.
Yeah. Like, her husband helped us with like the back end and the tech stuff. And he texted me literally, and he's like, sold out. And I'm like, which tier? And he's like, do you not know what sold out means? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, everything's gone. Sold out. There's no tickets left. And I'm like, what tier? And he's like, oh my God, Kristen, you're not listening.
Pay attention.
I'm like, there was like 300 something. He's like, they're all gone. I'm like, oh my God. And I'm FaceTiming Samantha.
Freaking
Samantha's crying. And I'm like, are we serious?
Oh my
Ugly
gosh.
crying.
Yeah. So we just want that. Yeah. We want that for everyone, though. We want that excitement for everything. I mean, can you imagine? Like, and that's what I was like telling Chris. Like, so my husband's an entrepreneur, and he's like, you know, all these people coming at you, because people get excited. I was like, but that's so amazing, because that means that they are excited about this. They're passionate about this. This is important to them. And like, for us to be part of this thing that's so important to them, like, how blessed are we that we're part of like something that people have been planning for months and months and months, and getting excited about, and talking to their friends and their family, and like, you know what I mean? Like, how, I don't even know. Like, I can't even express how blessed I feel to even be a part of something like that. You know what I mean? Like, if that makes any sense. So like, even when people are cranky and upset, I'm like, you know what? Like, yes, it's like hard, because I'm like, well, it's our baby, but I'm also like, but it's their baby too. You know, like, this is their thing that they really want. Like, they're investing time, energy, money. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm so excited. I cannot wait to see and meet everyone. Like, every single person. And Kristen knows I mean it. I'm like, hi, like, to I'm that person that's on the Las Vegas Strip that's like, no, thank you, to the guys that are handing out the nudie cards. I'm like, oh, no, thank you. No, thank you. No, I talk to everyone. So I will be saying hello to every single person I meet. Like, it's happening. I'm so excited. So excited.
Yeah.
Something that we are really excited for, ever since the live when you announced night 2 and the whole chicken cluck cluck.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. We have presents for you guys that we've been planning for months.
We literally were like that. There was maybe only like 30 people, 35 people on that live. But and Samantha has something special too for the people who were there. And I feel like when you guys notice it, like, I'm going to be like, that's just like another special inner circle of like those people who are on that live who got that inside joke. Like, I love it. When we were trying to get our liquor license, Samantha was like, okay, guys, it's time. Sacrifice all the chickens. Like, we need to get this.
Yeah, I am not above sacrificing chickens in the backyard. Oh,
we
Lord. Well,
are so excited, and we have presents for you because that was just like such a special moment, and we've been planning this for so long. So,
well, keep an eye on my costume night or my dress night too. If you notice it, let me know, and there might be.
Oh my gosh!
I
can't
stuff
wait.
for you.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
People are gonna be like, "What the hell is she wearing?" Well, that's fine. Just if you know, you know. You know?
Yeah, if you know,
Yes.
you know.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys. We were so excited to one, go to the ball, and to have got to sit down and like actually chat and like get to hear more about HOFAR and how you guys got started. It was literally such an honor. Can't even words cannot wrap this up. Like that was the best. I had a great time. My cheeks hurt. I'm crying. It was just such a high honor to be in your presence tonight, and we are so excited for the ball.
Stop it. We loved being here.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, this was awesome. Like, I can't believe this was our first podcast. Like every other podcast, like the bar has just been set so high.
I know.
Like, honestly, yeah, literally.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
We've only been at this for about 6 months, so we're still like a little baby podcast, but we are just
I love that.
so thrilled that you guys joined us, and like this was seriously like the best episode we've ever had.
Yay! I love that.
It was such a great time.
Well, yes, thank you guys again. We cannot wait to meet you. We love you guys so much. We are so proud of you.
12 more days.
Yes, we're so ready.
Yes.
Everyone
Thank
be
you,
on the
ladies,
lookout
so much.
for
It's been so much fun.
future dates for HOFAR, and you definitely want to
Yes.
of it because I'm not kidding.
Yes.
This is going to be incredible.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, so amazing.
We love it.
Thank you.